Hello and welcome to Totally Pickled Talkie with me for all your local pickleball related content locally. Oh yes, right on your doorstep. Alright, so why are we here today? Well, today we're here to pimp my paddle. What? So you got your paddle, nice new paddle, you've been playing with it brilliantly, but that's not the end of it. We can add enhancements to it, we can change it up a little bit. Today I'm going to talk you through what you can do to your paddle to improve it. So first thing we're going to talk about is adding weight to your paddle. Okay, what would I want to do that for? You can add lead weight to the outside of your edge guards or along here, and I'm going to sort of talk to you through where you add that weight is what change it's going to affect your paddle. So consider these three things. You've got all three of these items have the same name or the same word in their name. So we've got a toffee hammer, then we've got a claw hammer, and finally we've got a lump hammer. If we look at our pickleball paddle and hold it like a hammer to hammer a nail in, if we use the toffee hammer, there's not much weight behind that, so although you could do the job and hammer a nail in, it would take a long time because there's not much force behind the head of that hammer to knock that nail in. So then we go on to the claw hammer. This is perfectly weighted, the right length, the right head shape, totally correct swing weight, which we'll come into, for knocking in nails. That's its job, that's what it does perfectly well. All right, can knock some sense into people. And then finally we got the lump hammer. Massive big head on that, short handle. You know, its job is to break things up, do something forceful. Knocking in nails is not its primary function. You can use it for that, but you'll probably find you'll bend the nail over. So what does all that mean? Well, if your paddle is too light and you're swinging through, you're probably not going to get those, hard, fast shots that you're looking for. On the contrary, if your paddle is too heavy, then your swing speed is going to be slower. Your hand reaction time is going to be slower, getting the paddle up, because it's a lot, it's a lot to lump about. You may hit the shots too hard and have little control over your soft, dinky shots. So we're looking for the claw hammer, the perfect weight for what you're trying to achieve, something that you can swing around effortlessly, and also that's not going to, damage your arm, give you pickleball elbow or tennis elbow, not be too much weight on the end of that thing to swing around. So adding lead weight, I'll put a picture up here. So what you'll need to do this, to carry out what we're going to do today, electronic scales would be handy, but generally these lead weights, when the package comes, it will tell you it's sort of 1 gram per inch. So you measure off 4 inches, you've got 4 grams of weight there approximately. And then, we're going to add that to, light's gone out, we're going to add that to our paddle. So adding weight to different areas are going to achieve different things. If you add it to the top end, then obviously the end of that paddle is going to be top heavy. So you're going to be able to swing it harder from the back end, generating more force behind the paddle, but of course it's going to feel top heavy. You can weight it on the sides, either side, and then what that's going to do is add swing weight, but it's also going to add twist weight, so it's going to prevent or make that paddle more stable in your hands. So if the ball doesn't quite hit centrally in the sweet spot in here, which is the ideal position for you to be hitting those those balls, to get the best pop off your paddle, that's when, if you're doing a defensive shot, you just hold it there, the ball popping off the paddle is what they call the pop speed. And by adding weight to the side, you're going to increase the twist weight, so it won't turn in your hand as easy if it hits up here, and it's also going to increase the sweet spot. It's also going to add extra swing weight but lower down, so it's going to feel more hand or sort of neck heavy, handle heavy. And then finally you can put it in the neck area, and again this is giving you added handle weight down at the bottom and a little bit of extra sort of twist weight. So what, how much do you need to use? Well, that's kind of a bit of an experiment. I've sort of checked out a lot of different people online, gone with their examples. I'll put some links in the description below. I'll put a video up here, or a picture of a video up here, and the link in the description to Pickleball Central. They do a sort of thorough in-depth review and use tools to sort of measure swing speeds and twist speeds out, and give you a sort of their guide as to where best to put it. The next one is Ben Johns, the world #1 pickleball player, and he shows you how he weights his paddle up and why and what location. And then finally I've got a video from Pickleball Effects, again link in the description, real short video, and where he thinks his best place for putting lead weight is. So I myself, on my Hesacore here, I've put 4 inches of lead tape along the neck of the paddle and just slightly coming up over the bottom edge. So 4 inches of lead weight either side, 1 gram per inch. So my Hesacore box weight is 8 inches. By adding the tape to either side and also putting on this Hesacore Grip, which we'll come into in a bit. I know, when that arrived, I thought it was something else. Anyway, it now totals 8.9 ounces. So I've added a sort of 9 ounces of weight, most of it down in the handle area. The Hesacore Pro, this one I've only got 2.5 inches of lead weight, and I've just put that down in the neck area, not coming up around. Just experimenting, just seeing some different ideas. So this one, my Hesacore Pro, is 8.6 ounces. So I probably added about 2.5 inches, 5 ounces there, and then I've got a little over grip. I tend to put an over grip on mine straight over the top of the factory grip. Because they get manky and sweaty very quickly. We got all that on our hands. Also helps to sort of, make mine stand out from everybody else's. And then on the edge, I put some coloured electrical tape, insulation tape. A, to cover over the lead weight. B, to make it stand out as mine. C, to offer protection to the edge guard, because they get scraped along the floor. It's easier to, you can see there, maybe scuffed that up a little bit. Easier to just take this off, put another bit of tape on there, keeps it all nice and clean looking. If ever I come to sell it, never used. One careful owner, never raced or rallied. So that's what I've done on my one. This a couple of you have used my Hesacore. This one I've got it set up mainly for sort of more control, more pop, defensive related, rather than attack. If I was after more power, I'd probably go up on the top here. This one here, I've gone just putting it down here, so adding a little bit of weight on the handle area. So what I would recommend is just to, have a go, get some tape. It's not very expensive. Amazon, again, links in the description down the bottom. Place some on there, but my tip to you is just place it on there, put some electrical tape on, because it's double-sided. 3M tape, double-sided, sticky, so you take the back off, stick it on. But before you stick it on, just place it on there, put some electrical tape on, go out and play with it. What does that feel like? Take it off, place it somewhere else, try that, and then when you find the best one, then you can take the tape off the back and stick it down. really it's a sort of, you know, there are, yeah, you can get all the sort of weights and measures and the technical aspect, but you know, you ultimately are the one wheeling that thing around in anger. So just try it out in different areas. So then the other bits and pieces I've got here, as I've already mentioned, I've got this Hesacore Grip, which is like an over grip that goes over the top of my factory grip. I will say that when I came to doing the Hesacore Grip, I totally removed the factory one, took it all the way back to the handle, and then put this over the top of that. So Hesacore Grip, I'll put a picture up here and a link in the description. If you check out Hesacore Grip on Amazon and you search for Hesacore Pickleball Grip, you'll find that they come in at about £30. However, if you look for Hesacore Paddle Grip, as per this site here, they come in at £17. They're exactly the same grip, they're exactly the same length. You can get extra long ones if you've got an extended handle, as this one here is, and that one comes in at £17.99, and I think there's a sign up 10% discount on that. There are, of course, Chinese ones out there. They probably do exactly the same thing, because at the end of the day it's just a silicone over grip with hexagons in it. When you do get it, another pro tip, or semi-pro tip, I'm not in the pro range yet, but semi-pro tip, it comes with these 4 little plastic things that you put inside, bend the plastic over, it says wet it with a bit of water, and then it helps to slide it on. Total crap. Chuck those in the bin. Then just get a glass of warm water, drop this in there for about 10 to 15 seconds till it becomes nice and soft, and then just basically, I know where you're going, just slide it down over the handle. Titter ye not out there, you lot. It will slide down over the handle much easier with a bit of lubrication. Put it to one side, let it dry off. Tap it down with a tea towel and whatever. So that's Hesacore Grip. As I say, that's the trade name one. This is a trade name one. I didn't pay £30 odd, but shop around. You can probably find some non-Hesacore related ones. Then on top of that, I will then go and put an over grip. These you can buy on Amazon or all your favorite shopping centers online. I think I bought 3 of these in different colors for under a £5. Who's this one I'm using here? Rakex is the name of this one. I'll show you how to put this on in a minute, give you a bit of tips and tricks on how to do that. And then finally, up here you will also find electrical tape, insulation tape. Again, these come in a variety of widths. So this is a 16mm paddle. This is that's a 16mm paddle as well. My other one is a 14mm paddle, so you probably get away with 15mm tape on either of those. And then pretty much, as it says on the tin, I like to start at the base down here, pull a nice long bit of that out, whack it on there, nice and neat. Then, as I say, that covers over your lead tape. The easiest way to do this, to be fair, is to put it in between your knees, and then you can run it around nice and simply. Make sure that the it's even on the side of your paddle. Rub it down, give it a little stretch, Rooney. Pull that one down. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of this. Wouldn't get the job on Blue Peter. There you go. See, just run it around the edge, pull it out slightly, hold it between your knees, because it's the easiest way to stabilize it, like so. Whack that on there, round the corner, Nice and simple. Here's one I made earlier, he says. I wish I had. There you go, down the edge there. Down there. Finish off there. Rub it in nice and firmly over your lead. And there you go. You know, simple, isn't it? A couple of quid. I think I got about 8 rolls of that stuff for a couple of pound online. Chop it off at the bottom. I shall do that now with my trusty blade. Oh, well, you could be doing something else, but instead you chose to spend your time here with me, watching me stick some tape down. Okay, so we've got the lead tape on underneath. We've got the insulation tape on the top. Oh, got a little bubble there, so I'll just stab that. Get rid of the bubble. There you go. Lovely bubbly. Lovely bubbly. Down through this side. Nice. All on. Okay, next we're going to take our over grip and unwrap, tap it, unwrap it. Unwrap it. Keep this little bit because this is double-sided. We're going to use that to finish off at the top. Unwrap your over grip and then you'll find that one side is tapered off. You've got a little bit of double-sided tape at the bottom here, which they've taped up like so. And then they are also got a cellophane overlayer on it. Take that bad boy off, saving the planet. Get off. Okie dokie. Some of them have got one on the inside as well. Then on the edge there's a little tab there. That is sticky as well. Get your grip. I like to sort of start on the inside edge, right on the edge there. Then run it around, right down the bottom edge. Lovely. Of course, doesn't like sticking to the Hesacore grip because it's rubber. Okay, but anyway, we'll get over that. Just hold it down, run that round there like that. So this stuff is quite stretchy. So what I would advise is to sort of imagine pulling that at about 55% stretch rate, so you're getting it nice and tight in there, and then just run up the handle, doing a slight little overlay on it, not too many because then it will just increase the thickness of your handle. Pull it, wrap it, pull it, wrap it. On here I've got this rubber band at the top, again that's just a finishing strip. Pull it, wrap it, 55% all the way up to the top till you get to the neck. Then I would go around the neck a couple of times. So now pull it quite tight, sort of 80%, 90%, nice and tight. Wrap it round there a couple of times. Then, ooh, not ripping that off. So then I will get my trusty knife again. Run the blade down there. I like to just do mine at an angle, so it finishes. So I finish mine sort of underneath the neck at an angle. Okay, coke. Done that. Following along at home. And then, oh man. Then you get your little bit of strip here. Peel off the back. Peel that off, whack it over the edge, whack it over the edge, go around the top of your tape at the top, like that, I then bring the sort of elastic bandy bit down over the edge of that. There you go. Now you got Hesacore Grip with an over grip on there, so when that becomes all mucky and sweaty, grim, you can just take that off, replace it with a different colour. You've got your lead weighted paddle with insulation tape over the top. Totally pimped, eh? Pimp my ride, pimp my paddle more like. Give it a go. Cost you a couple of quid with all that little bits and pieces. Could totally transform your game playing and your paddle for very little money. You can't do any damage to your paddle. As I say, don't get too carried away with the lead and just go sticking loads of it on top of there, you know, because then you could probably damage your elbow. But paddle wise, you're not going to do anything to that. As I say, don't stick it down right away. Put it where you think you want, put some tape over it, go down and play. If it feels like rubbish, you can just take it off, replace it, do something else with it. There you go, my paddles. As I say, don't be afraid to come up and ask to borrow one, try them out, give them a track test. I'm also going to be borrowing one of the head tour paddles one of these evenings to give a trial, so that I can give you my honest feedback on the head ones. I will use one of the club ones down there, give that a go. So those are 55. The Pro, I believe, are £80, and the head tour is £125. And I'll give you my honest review on those paddles. I have got, before you go running out and buying a new paddle, just hold fast there. I've been in touch with the Pickleball, what do they call them? Can't remember the name of the website. I will put it up here, link it down in the description. Pickleball shop in Southampton, where I purchased this bad boy for £99. I'm having a little discussion with them to see if they can give me a code that you guys can use to get some discount when you order from there. Or it may be, I've had a chat with Steve, see if he can come up with something for the shop, where the shop sort of gets some recognition as well. Hold fast, save your money up, don't go spending it just yet on a new paddle. Wait for me to come back to you on that one, and we may be able to get you some discount on your paddles. Right, I think that's it from me. You're probably sick of the sight of me, but anyway, I'll see you out on the court. Hope the league's going well for you. Don't forget, you can play your league matches anytime on an indoor court, so any of the social evenings or the social morning. If the other team are there or other teams are there, best of 3. If you finish them and you still feel like playing more, ask another team to come across, note your score down on the board, which I printed out 3 times because people kept updating the names and things, and I put the wrong name down. Anyway, there you go. From me to you, with love, all free, totally free advice from me. Take it or leave it, and I'll see you out on the court. All the best. Goodbye. Oh, leave comment, like, subscribe, see if you can get me up to double figures. All right, lovely, doubly. Laters, bye.
You cannot be serious. That ball was on the line. Chalk flew up.